Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been live, but I've been enjoying the 3 days. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, but I'm back, up and running, up and gunning. You don't know. Ready to do my interviews like always. I'm here to do an interview with an artist, Nichi Stana, straight out of London, Jamaican artist, of course. Yeah, so I guess the thing there is it, but I'm happy to be back. It's been like a good 2 months since I went live. And now I'm back. And Heavenly Princess, good night, bless up yourself. I know I'm back to do an interview, like I said, with an artist straight out of London, Jamaican artist, but currently in London, Nichi Stana. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the artist to come in live, and then we'll take it from there, of course. I spoke to him earlier, of course, so he knows I was going to go live at 12 o'clock. That will be 11 o'clock for him in London. It's AM or PM for him, AM for me, because we're 1 hour ahead of London, of course. And yeah, I'm a bit excited to come back after a long period of time of not going live and just enjoying the look of free time. You know, there's something to go, because I'm not going to tell you, I'm enjoying myself, the look of free time. I'm going to get my enjoyed fully. And now it's time to just get back to business and start putting out these interviews and these promos and giving these upcoming artists the exposures that I think they need and deserve within Europe, of course, because they're from Jamaica and they already have like a fan base down there that they're already building up. But not a lot of people in Europe know about these artists. And my platform is like this. I may have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10 audience. But I realize that a lot of people do go back and check my interview, because I mean, we're on different continents. So the people I'm in the States or in Jamaica may miss the interview, but they will go back and check it out. And that's the exposure we want. It's not about having 20 people or 100 people on the live while you go live to feel like, oh, I don't have enough audience or I don't have enough followers. That's not the point. The point is the exposure that you're getting within Europe, of course. Me and the artist himself, we're living in Europe because he's in England, I'm in Holland. So we're like literally an hour away from each other. But what about the people I'm in Belgium and Germany and Switzerland and America and all over the globe that do come back? Good night, artist is on the live. Good night, Nichi. That will come back and watch the interview maybe a week later or 2 weeks later and want to work with the artist. So that's where my interests lie. It's not about interviewing the artist with the big name and the hype and the fame. That's not what I'm going. I've done that in the first 6 months or 8 months or maybe 10 months of my platform. I had an interview with a lot of artists that's established within the business, but they already have a name and they already have a fame. My point is I want to bring out the upcoming artists to give them a platform, to give them the promotion within Europe, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, it doesn't matter, all over the globe, within Europe, of course, and of course worldwide, because I have a big audience that travel all over the world. So it's not about how much people you got on the live at this point, but it's about how much people check the live. And when I go back and check my messages, and I see like 20, 30 messages saying, who's our artist? How can I get in touch with them? And then I will give them the information for them to get in touch with the artist themselves. So for me, that's more important than interviewing somebody that's already have a name and that's already established in the business. There's not much I can do for them. Put it that way. So yeah man, the artist is on the live, so I'm just going to go ahead and add him right now. I'm just running a couple of tunes from the artist so y'all kind of know, have a feel of his style, his flow, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the thing, that's it. I'm just gonna, I don't want to turn it up too loud because my son is sleeping and I don't want to wake him up because I'm about to leave the interview or run upstairs, and that's not what we're going. I just realized I have no watch on my hand and my watch is all the way upstairs and I'm not going up there. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to share the little bracelet and put the water by your foot. Oh, whatever this is she got me now when I'm supposed to know watch. um, DJ Mighty, bless up yourself. Charmaine, my big sister, love you. Loads, loads, loads. Thank you for joining my live, everybody that's on the live. I was on a long ass vacation, like 2 months. I know I'm back. I'm up and running and gunning, you don't know. So yeah, for the people who live in Europe, what a way the place get cool. What a way we left from almost 100 degrees to almost 10 and 15 degrees. I'm not gonna lie, it is cold. It is really, really cold. But hey, hi sis, love you. Guys, that's my big sister, Charmaine of Nacharm. That's my big sister. We'll never get used to her because she'll keep one of her antics. And ask me, who's that? Is he married? Does he have a girlfriend? He sounds good. So y'all just gotta get used to her. But like I said, I'm just running some tunes from the artist so y'all kind of get a feel of his style, his flow, and stuff like that. He was introduced to me by a acquaintance on IG itself. I'm not gonna put out her name or anything like that, but she's the one that gave me a lot of her upcoming artists as well. And I love to do the interview with these people because me and her over the last year we've been in a relationship where she will have upcoming artists from Jamaica all over the world, but mostly Jamaican artists, and she will send them to me and I'll just jump on and do an interview with them. So yeah, that's how I got in touch with this artist. Of course, he's Jamaican, straight out of London or straight out of England, I should say. Mitchie Stana. You know what? You have some artists who have some. Of course, he's a grown-ass man, but him have this style and this flow that remind me of when I was a child growing up listening to the older artists, especially the reggae version of the older artists. And it feels comfortable. It feels at home, and I like his style. I like his flow, and I rather listen to most of these big men. I mean, I'm a big woman myself, but I rather listen to these type of music than listen to most of this ranchy shit that they're playing these days. And I'm not dogging anybody. I'm not. Oh, Charmaine, look, I'm wearing some of the jewelry that you sent for me. I'm wearing one of the earrings to match with this because it came with like 3 or 4 different earrings. But hey, Charmaine, I'm rocking it. But yeah. So I rather listen to these type of music, especially within my house. Knowing that I got a teenager and a toddler, and my toddler pickups on everything. Like we speak Dutch in Holland, but this child refused to speak Dutch. He just mainly speak English, so I have to be careful most of the songs and lyrics that I play in the house because him come like a sponge and suck up everything. Give us a chance. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add the artist real quick. Let me. I know he's on the live. Let me see. I can add him real. Mitchie, I add you just now, so if you don't mind accepting the request, I will be. Oh, you're there, right? All right. I didn't even see that you pick up. All right, let me hang up. Good night. How are you doing?
Yeah, man. Feeling great, you know. I'm feeling nice, happy, and joyful, you know. Yeah, man.
Cool, no, man, and that's the way you do it. Hold on, let me see if my volume is up today. Yeah, I think my volume is up.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, this is the artist himself. Mitchie Stana, straight out of London, Jamaican artist. Yeah, we just gonna go ahead and keep this interview sweet and simple and just ask you a couple of questions that have all to do with the music, nothing personal about your life or anything like that. I like to keep it musically wise, like literally about the music and nothing more, nothing less. So, if you don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people I'm on the followers, of course, or I should say your supporters. I hate to use the word followers, so let's go with supporters. So if you don't mind introducing yourself to my people that don't know you and the one that does, well, y'all get a second introduction.
Yeah, man. Greetings to the nation, to the world. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, all over the world. My name is Tana Nietzsche. Okay? Yeah, man, a reggae artist, a dancehall artist, versatile artist from out Jamaica now, living in the UK, Birmingham side. Okay? Yeah, man. So get used to I and I, my people. See? It's a pleasure and it's an honor.
Definitely.
Empress Brenda. That's send the artist.
Brenda in the
January.
building. As for those who know me, I'm
Right.
back. I've been on a good 2 months vacation. As soon as my kids got out of school, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take that break, enjoy my
Yeah.
vacation, enjoy my kids, and as soon as school start back, I will jump back over on this platform. So here I am, guys.
Well,
Welcome me back.
that's how it goes, you know. Pure work and no play make you a dull girl, you know.
There
So
you go. And I
that's
needed
what
that break as well because I felt like it felt a bit draggy, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just take a break and recuperate and come back. And I feel good coming back. It feels great doing this because you don't know Christmas to roll in and you don't know. But anyways, not about me. It's about you, the artist, Stana. Bless up yourself. It's a pleasure to have you on this platform. We're just gonna jump into my question. Like my sister is on there. She's acting crazy like she always does.
yeah,
But
man. Big up all of the ones that are locking on the IG, you know.
all right, Stana, let me ask you this. What first got you into this music business and why you chose the entertainment business musically wise? Why what got you first interested in
Well, very, very lovely question, you know. Your side is a bit freezing up. I don't know if the signal or what, but
No, we're good now.
well, growing up as in my community, from a small age, you know, I'm from the parish of St. Thomas out of Jamaica. The community that I grew up with in our sound systems, you know, couple sound system. So the elders them used to run the sound system, DJing and them rubber dub rhythm, studio one rhythm. And as a small youth, I used to go there and admire them, you know,
Yeah,
watch how they perform and how they DJ and the rhythm. So from a tender age, I kind of love the vibes and the energy there. You
yeah,
know, never know that I would have end up being an artist or become an artist. You see,
got
so
you,
it's
got
not something
you.
we really choose, but that's something we really love and kind of nurtured it through the passage of time. So till I eat this right
So
now,
now, all
I,
right, all
I
right. And when it
take
comes
time
to
up.
like music wise, are you the only most musician within your family or you come from a musical background? Could you like elaborate a little bit on like who's the musician within the family?
Yeah, well, me have uncle, my elder uncle was DJ at the time by the name of Richard Cox, you know,
Okay.
along with his elder friend them. You know, but I guess he put it down now. So and I carry on the button. And otherwise, I have a next uncle by the name of Mutakan King in Jamaica. He also is an artist also. I have a lot of song out there on our digital platform, you know. Yeah. So I got artists in my family and we have that little musical vibes in the family set speed, you know.
All right, all right, all right. Let me ask you this. How long have you been in the business itself? Like how long since you can consider yourself an artist that been established?
Well, you know, from 2013, from that time, I do my first professional song called Senator Road and the Ola label. That's my uncle's studio, you
Okay.
know, back in Jamaica. And I read him called Running Belly. You
Okay.
know, I sing a song called Send It a Road, you know, because true to the community where I'm from, I just look around and see what's taking place, what happened, and try to write a song about it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Of 2013, I start do it more professionally, try to learn a little bit about the business, you know,
Yeah.
not much, but it start there. 2013 coming up. That's my first song. I realized song can go out on digital platforms and all these things, you know.
All right, all right. So that would be about a good 9 years ago since you're like an established artist. Since you started within the industry, what skills have you picked up since then that you're currently still using? It could be the way you write, it could be the way you record in the studio, it could be just the way you like deliver a verse on a label. It doesn't matter, or on a record. What skill have you picked up since then that you're currently still using?
Well, I find myself can write more song more easier, relate to rhythm more easier by knowing the punchline different from the verse, from the chorus, and how a melody would come in, you know. So
Yeah,
I find myself get a lot of growth from that time till now. And the
absolutely.
music, you know, watch other artists how they perform, how their sounds, you know. Cause you know want sound like them neither, you know. So you
Absolutely
try
not.
come with
Absolutely
your
not.
one pattern, your one style. So I try to identify all these liquor spots in the music, you know, and try go for my own craft.
Understand fully. All right. As an artist that's literally in the business for the last 9 going in 10 years, how much influence and again I'm kind of like backtracking the last 2 years ago, because we don't know the last 2 years ago, especially in Europe, we was on a crazy lockdown. How much
Yeah.
influence did that have on your career, knowing that probably that's the pinnacle of your career, you want to push it forward, but we was kind of like pushback. How difficult was that for you? And how did you
Well,
handle that?
it's a 50-50 chance, you know. It gives me an advantage and a disadvantage. Cause you know, during the lockdown, I was getting about 2 shows to do, and they have to cancel.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, that's a disadvantage for I and I. And the advantage now, I just have time for staying with the family, reason with the family, meditate more, write more. Cause during that time, I, I do an album called Rasta Keep Teaching.
yeah,
During that time,
good
consists
music.
of between me and the producer, you know, writing, go studio, go voice, and all these times. So during that time, I produced an album,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
and other singers, which not released as yet either, you know. So I just take time and utilize up those time, you know.
Definitely, definitely. And when it comes to like your inspiration, who inspired the most right now within your musical career? Whether it's an upcoming artist, an artist that's already established in the business, an artist that could be an upcoming artist. Who is your inspiration to like give you the push, the drive to be where you are today?
Well, all right then.
And it don't have to be
Growing
an
up,
artist. It could be a family member as well.
yeah, growing up now, I love listening to Bob Marley from ever since as a youngster. So Bob Marley song them always motivate I and I. You know? Bob Marley, Yami Bowley, Junior Reid, coming up, Bushman, Sizzla, the Cape and them, you know, until these younger generation set speed, like the Popcorn,
Yeah,
Massacre, and all these artists set speed, you
true,
know. I
true,
get
true,
inspiration from them.
yeah,
Cause you don't know,
true.
it's a stepping stone, you know.
Most definitely, Nate. Most
Yeah, man.
definitely.
A lot of females same way too. I Queen Africa, Itana, cause we can't let the female them out of the
You
thing,
gotta
you know.
give them, you gotta pay them their homage. I mean, sometimes it's
Which
not.
is,
You're
you
right.
see,
You're right. You gotta
yeah, man.
give them their
Dance
flowers. Yes,
same way. Me like our style and our pattern, you know.
most definitely. Like about a month ago, we had a reggae festival, Reggae Sundance here in my
That,
city, and she was Ifrika was also on the show together with Alpha Blondie and couple different artists, and like I've seen her
yeah,
perform a couple of times. Like it's not the first time I'm seeing her
the
perform,
entire
but the first time was
worldwide.
like really up close within the audience, like front page. Like I literally have her this close to my face,
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I love my people. I love my Jamaican audience. Like it's so crazy for me to see the rest of Europe, people from all over Europe, England, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, come to a show.
yeah,
Not only for Queen Africa, because like I said, there was different artists there as well, but it was like
Yeah.
so fascinated to see the rest of the world just like cheering for her, and you're like, hey, that's my people. What are you talking about? Jamaican all the way. So it was great seeing her up close and personal. I've seen her perform a couple of times, but I was like back
Crazy
all the way
shot.
in the
Big up.
audience. And this time I was up close and personal. And it was just a pleasure to see her perform, of course. But anyway, it's not about her. We're going back to you. What made you decide to pursue the entertainment career? Because I mean, you could be doing anything, or you could be doing other stuff apart from being a musician. And if you wasn't a musician, what else would you be doing?
Well, first, I'm a chef, cook
Sure.
food to feed a
Cook
multitude.
food.
Yeah, that's one of my skill at the moment. That's what put the food on the table for the family.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, man. So the music now, the music is something where it find me and I find it. So
Breakfast in
it's
the
like each time I
building.
go for layback, it's like it pull me up and say, yo, what you do? You have to make music and write music and sing music. So
All right, all right.
it's like a passion to why and I see that music can heal people, and
Destination.
music juvenate the spirit. And even when I don't, I try listen some other people music or start write some music. So it kind of give I that drive and a momentum there to press along. And some people hear a sound from I and I say, standard that sound good, you need to work on it or
Yeah,
put it on a rhythm. So all these little things kind of give I courage, for press along some more. You see it and
definitely.
focus on the
Definitely.
music because so many distraction at times, which we just show you off and cut your vibe, but you have to just hold firm and press along, and be
Definitely.
persistent.
Or let me ask you this, because you brought up being listening to other music or listen to just music in general. Are you the type of artist that only listen to the reggae dancehall genre, or you are a type of artist that listen to basically any type of music? And like me, I have an obsession right now with Ethiopian music. I don't know what it is, something about that culture, and South African music. I am obsessed with South African
Yeah.
movement right now. There's something about the South African, it have a buzz. I don't know what it is,
Well,
but it got a
I
buzz.
love listening to different sounds. So I try to listen to all genre music.
Yes,
Soca, calypso, Afrobeat, but
yes, yes.
I love to
Oh, y'all
listen
know
to
the
sounds.
Afrobeat? The Afrobeat is in. It's in. It's
Yeah.
killing. It's giving. It's
Yeah, man.
definitely
Yeah.
giving right now. All right, let me ask you
Yeah.
this. In your younger age, like teenager growing up, did you see yourself taking on this career, this musical career, or you see yourself in a whole different world of doing something totally different than where you end up? Because sometimes what we want as a child is not what we end up turning out to be.
Well, yeah, I saw myself taking on this musical journey out in the
Okay.
world.
Okay.
Visualize myself from ever since out in the world. That's why I kind of feel firm in myself because I kind of see the growth from where I'm coming from to where I reach at this present moment. You
Definitely.
know, yeah. So
Definitely.
I see myself further on out in the world, link up some other set of nation in some other place, and I spread the music.
And what could you like kind of describe the typical type of music that you make? I'm sure you don't want to consider yourself as a reggae artist, and I'm sure you could like literally jump on an Afro beat or jump on a any other beat that comes with you going doing a collab with any other
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I find myself just
yeah,
versatile.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I find myself versatile. I see it. I can fix my voice on any type of rhythm. You know, but me's a positive artist, conscious message. That's how I do the thing. You see it. And if an artist want me to do collab, I have to just deal with it clean and positive and give the right energy to send out the right vibes out to the people them. You see it?
Definitely.
So versatile man. You see it?
Definitely. All right, that's
Yeah,
what I
man.
want to say here.
I
Um,
grew up on
in-
dancehall culture and reggae culture and the music. That was my
correct.
main culture music I grew up on. You see?
And that,
But you
and
have
that's what
different
I'm
people in
supposed to
the
be.
world have different genre of music and different
True.
culture of music. So I gravitate to for them culture and music. Set speed, you know,
True.
which I would love to sing on some of them rhythm to sing away and share the joy. Cause
True.
music
True.
and it's a spiritual feeling, set speed, you know.
Most definitely. I know a Bless Up Yourself, one of my favorite artists on here. I keep on telling him, even though he got his own style and flow, he sounds so much like what's the artist's name? He knows what I'm talking about. I know a Bless Up Yourself. But anyways, in terms of composition, putting music together, putting an album together, how important is it to you that the man that writes the song, make the beat, produce the song? How important is those people to come together and put an album, your single, your EP together? How important is it for those different people to come together to represent you? How important is that to
Yeah,
you?
they're
Or you
very
feel
much
like I am
important.
the artist and what I say goes da 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 da.
Yeah. Uh, each individual is very important, you know. Each individual play a role and united we stand it more stronger. You see, each one understand each one and each one want get comfortable with what they're doing. So each individual is very important. You know, whether producer, manager, the bandsman, the rhythm maker, the
Yeah,
producer,
yeah,
each
yeah.
individual is very important. You know?
Definitely, definitely. All right, let me ask you this, yeah? Um, if I should say to you, Nitty, how would you classify the type of music that you make? What genre would you put the type of music that you make? What genre would you put it in? What category would you put your type of music in? Or you're the type of
Reggae.
artist, you know what? I don't have a genre. I'm versatile. I can do both. I can do all. I can do it all.
I would say reggae music and reggae dancer. Yeah,
But
honestly.
you can't jump on any beat and any look.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm versatile. Versatility. You know?
Definitely,
You
definitely.
can flow up on any rhythm. That's it. Even gospel set speed.
Definitely, definitely. All
Yes,
right.
I.
Um, how important is it to you when it comes to social media of putting out your product, of putting out your music, putting out who you are as an artist, putting out your product as an individual? How important does the internet play an influence on your career?
Well, when I say a 1,010%, you know, it's very important, you know, because the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, these social media let me get a lot of fans and a lot of people get to know me. And
Yeah,
at the present moment now, we on social media. And some new set of fans that know me right now on social media. So it play a great role for I and I. You know, I'm a sang them on all digital platform again. So a great role it play for I and I. It's so important to I and I. So I just use it for advantage, you know,
most definitely.
and show the love and spread my work to the nation, to the world. You see it.
That's
So
what
it's
it's
very
supposed to
important
be.
for you.
All right. When it comes down to collaboration, and again, this is something you do not have to disclose if you don't want to, because a lot of artists do not want to just mention one artist's name and then everybody feel like, but yo, so we're not even going to go there. But what I want us to ask, if when it comes to collaboration, which artists at this point in your career would you like to collaborate? And again, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, because
Yeah,
I
well,
know where they
you know
can
what I
go
say?
to.
I love that question. You know. So many artists out there I would really love to do a collaborate. Even Bushman from out of my Paris Center, Max Popcorn,
I
the
love me
great
some
Louis.
Bushman. He's not getting
You
the
know,
recognition that he deserved, but I love me some Bushman.
true. That are
That's
true.
a pure artist
That
right there. He is so pure.
That are true. You see, yeah, man, and the great Michael Rose, I would really love to do a collab with him, cause that slang when him say stand and eat you, that's how I get my name off his slang, you
Yes.
know?
Because when I
Yeah,
heard
so
the name Nietzsche, I'm like, that sounds like an old time song that we know. Stella Nietzsche, Nietzsche. Yes. So we know that came from
yeah,
somewhere. Definitely.
yeah, cause during I was a small youth going to the high school and I used to travel in this special taxi with this Rasta man. I used to play these Michael Rose and Yami Bowler and them Jonah Reed, you know? And it's like that slang where Michael Rose I say, stand and eat tea. It's
Mhm.
like it linger in my brain in that taxi going to school. Going in the classroom, I start singing, stand and eat tea. You know, during teacher come in class and class we start and a poem there and teacher said we need to say a poem. So my poem is like me start to stand and eat tea. And the teacher said that's not a poem, sir. So the whole class start laugh at me, you know? And it's like they start calling me and say stand and eat tea, but I just take it
But look at that.
and
Look at
turn it.
that name right now. It owes its own.
Yeah, so that's how I come by that name, you know?
All
And
right.
just take it as my journey name.
All right.
You
That
see?
would have been I actually one of my questions. Where did you get the name Nietzsche Stunner from? But you just explained it to
Yeah,
to me and
it's
to the
kind of
audience.
niche, you know. Yeah, but just a minute, clarify this. It's
Yeah.
kind of niche, but on the IG,
It's Nietzsche
I just
Stunner.
use niche Stana because someone tried to act into my account one at a time. So
Oh,
that's why I have to change it around.
them scammer,
So,
the scammer them there.
yeah, so the Stana niche IG is so up and active back again, fully, man.
All right,
You
no
know?
problem, no problem. All right. What has been one of the most hardest or difficult challenge that you have faced since you started this whole entertainment industry? And have you ever had the feeling like I don't want to do this. I just want to cook, feed my people, um, and leave it at that. Is there a point in your career where you feel like I'm done with the industry? Because we don't know the industry can be cutthroat, but that's not the question. The question is what has been your artist barrier since jumping into this career?
Well, what time we find the money for gas too and PS2 that time, you know.
Yeah, it's true. That can be a
Yeah,
barrier. Let's be honest.
this music
Yeah,
it
yeah,
costs money and it take money,
yeah.
you know. And me's an independent artist. So when I'm a
Everything is
producer
coming
or
out of your
the
pocket.
artist, I have to do everything myself, you see it.
Yeah.
So it's pressuring and it's stressing and yet still we have the family for support, you know, have kids for support. So
And the
it's
bills still
challenging.
gotta be paid. Yep.
Yeah, but I saw the work going on. There's a test of you to set speed. So you have to just press along if you love it, you know. And as he said love you have to just press along on it and know say yo, it arise and it a grow, you know. And you will reap the benefit one at a time. You see it all the time, you
Most
know.
definitely.
So
Most
once you put in
definitely.
a good work, it a go manifest. You
Most
see it.
definitely.
So it a
Um,
go happen.
Instrument wise, do you play any instrument or you're just an artist that records like write,
Yeah,
record, drop it?
yeah. Me only shake the shaker. I don't really play no instrument like no guitar and a keyboard, but I really love to play the guitar still, you know, and the keyboard, you know.
All right, all right. So you got a talent
Yeah,
for the guitar and the keyboard. Or is
yeah,
it
I really,
something that you gotta learn as you go along?
yeah, something I have to learn as I go along, you know.
All
But
right, all right.
I'm shake more time, you see it.
All right, all right. And again, remember, we're living in a society where, especially maybe being in Jamaica could be a little bit more harder, difficult to get to certain instrument because then it's about the hardcore cash. But we living in Europe, we know there is lessons that you can take, and it probably like
Yeah,
get 10 pound
yeah,
or 15 pound per lesson
yeah,
that you can take a month or every week. And you take a six months course or a 6 week course, and after that you can play the instrument.
Yeah, that's true. I also look upon it too, you know.
Would you invest in, since you like the keyboard and the piano or whatever you just said, would you invest your time and your money into doing a 6 weeks course? Because it don't have to be a 3 month,
Yes.
4 month, 5 month, 6 months.
Yes.
It could be 5 weeks or 6 weeks. And before you know,
Yeah, I
we're,
will do that.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
will do that
again,
because it's gonna benefit me, and
there you go.
I
There
will
you
feel more
go.
comfortable in my musical
There you
journey.
go.
Yeah, I will really do that, and I'm
There you
gonna do
go.
it too.
There you go.
You know,
All right, let me ask you this. What piece of advice have you gotten from one of your artist friends, somebody in the business that's already established? And it don't have to be an artist itself or an entertainer. It could be a family member. What piece of advice have you gotten from a loved one, somebody that have your best interest at heart, that would like to see you succeed in life? What's one of the most precious advice you ever got from them?
well, you know my mother, she passed away a couple of years ago. She always said, "Son, I see that you love music. Sing some clean music, and never sing music to disrespect a woman." And sing song for uplift people's spirit. That's my mama. She told me that, you know, and she's one of my great mentors. You see,
Yeah.
but she passed away. Janet Brett, may I soul rest in peace, my mama.
Bless up yourself, Mama, up in heaven where you are. Let me ask you this. When it comes to anxiety performance, like you gotta do one and because I mean I've been on your page and I've seen that you've done several performance, whether it's local or in a different city, whatever the case may be. How do you deal with anxiety? How do you deal with being on a
Well,
major platform, or it could be a small platform, but some people just cannot deal with anxiety. How do you
yeah,
deal with
that's true. That's true. That's so many
it?
ways to deal with it, you know. You know, I deal with it by just inhale and exhale, you know, and
Yeah,
close my eye. And it's when I hold that microphone, it's like me won the world. Me feel like one King Kong or one lion, you know?
got you.
Cause you know, if you told me know the positive message me I go out there with, yeah, I just feel me govern the thing, you know. So we just inhale and exhale and balance up myself, you know. Now if you
Definitely,
burn no weed
definitely.
and nothing like that. Just
And have
inhale
you
and exhale.
ever been on stage and you forget your words to your song? And how do
Yeah.
you how do you flip
Well,
the script and get back to
that do happen sometimes, you know. That's where you see how the versatility come in now. You see? Cause more time you have to talk, have something, you know,
yeah,
and balance it up. That's how you see versatility come in. Yeah, yeah, it do
definitely,
happen. It do happen.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely,
that's where the versatility come in, and you have to talk and turn things in a different thing and get it right, you know. That's
definitely.
show off key or drop off of the rhythm or you see
Got you, got
it.
you. And have you done any traveling out of Europe? Could be Jamaica, America, or within Europe itself, just you performing out of your country that you're currently living in. I mean, we all Jamaica, but we live in foreign. But have you ever done any performance out of England?
No, not yet. Not yet.
And
It's in the future like at the moment, you know.
and which major venue have you performed in within England itself that you feel like, you know what? The hit factor. When was the first time you ever felt like, you know what? This is my thing. I could make it happen. I'm an
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah. 2018 I perform on the at the Victoria Square, the Jamaica Independence Day. You know where all Jamaica link up, they had a
Yeah.
2 day celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
perform.
either in Crichton or it's in Brixton or it's
No,
in
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah, in Birmingham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, and it was a excellent and a great moment for I and I, you know.
Yeah,
That helped juvenate my spirit. And she said the people them love reggae music and love the energy and the vibes that I and I come with, you know. And other little shows around the area said speed, and I can't remember some of them.
Not a
you
big
know?
deal. All right. How influential have the early 80s and 90s been to your career right now that you feel like, you know what? All the mishaps and mistakes that those artists made back then, even though they're famous and they have their hype and their fame even now. Um, how much have you depict from those earlier years of music that you brought into this year that you decide, you know what, I will not make the same mistake that they made back then compared to now? How much influence have that have on your career? That you decide, especially when it comes to paper wise,
Yeah,
the royalty, the you owning your own stuff. How much influence does
yeah.
that have on your career actually?
Yeah, I learned from their experience. 'Cause at the moment now, I want to say big up music, Voltage Music Production. Yeah, they are the one that two album with. They see that my royalties up, my shares up, my percent is up, paperwork is right, you know, because that's a business side of it, you know. And big up Cali Camber, you know, he guideline I and show I certain things in the music industry where I ain't never know neither, you know. And so what this is this and what is what, and you know, yeah. So I learned from the 90s that your royalty is very important
Very,
to you,
very.
your pension, you know,
Yes,
your legacy,
yes,
you know, for you and your family. So
yeah,
you need to look after it and advise all of the artists so that your music copyright up and get your percentage.
yes.
You see it?
Get what's yours,
Yeah, yeah,
get what belongs to you. Yes.
which is right, you know.
All right. My one of the questions that I want to ask personally, and I try not to make it too personal at times. How All right, I'm not always trying to bash the industry, even though sometimes when the industry fuck up. I mean, I was not trying to bash it, but yeah, let me put it in a
No
different
man, come on,
continent.
man. Anything, man.
All right, um, how fuck up do you think that? All right, maybe I'm not using the right word, but
Come on,
how
man. Just give it
how
for me. Just say it for me.
cutthroat? How cutthroat do you think the industry is, especially when it comes to upcoming artists and not someone that's already in the business, not the Beanie and the Bounty and the Popcorn and the Vibes Cartel and the blah 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 blah. Blah. How cutthroat do you think the industry is when it comes to upcoming artists, especially now, especially for the last 3 years? Cause we have to take a tree, so the
Yeah.
Corona is included, and now how messed up is the industry towards upcoming artists? We know it's always been messed up to the upcoming artists, but like now it's like if you're not us and you're not carrying it, they ain't looking at you.
Well, it messed up and it cut up the way which the gatekeeper them not let in the right type of artist with a positive message.
Yeah, the
You see?
gatekeeper them need to go sit
Yeah,
down over one part of one place over there. So
you see it. And artists like I and some of them you artists. We not have no money for buy out no media, you
it's the truth. It's the truth.
know.
But
We don't-
but how influential is the internet on these upcoming artists where you don't even need a record label. You don't need a whole entire team behind you because the internet actually got you.
yeah,
I've said this 1,000 times to a couple of artists over the last couple of months where I keep on telling them you don't have to have a label. You don't have to be signed to a label for the world to see you and hear your career. You could be an independent artist. Make sure the internet got you. And when the internet got you, meaning go live, talk to your people, interact with the people that follows you, interact with your
yeah,
followers, interact with the people that want to see your music elevate. And
yeah,
those people will get you way farther than any industry will get you because you could be
that's
signed
true.
to a label, but because you're not arts and you're not run things and you're not beautiful and you're not sell sex and you're not sell your chest and your body, and it won't push you, but you're signed to a label. But the internet itself will get you as an individual artist way higher than any label will ever get you. Because
That's
guess
true.
what?
That's true.
Not everybody want to see breasts, titties, ass, the whole entire
Cause
shebang that
majority
comes with
gravitate to
selling.
negativity.
Thank you.
You know.
So that's what I keep on telling most of the artists that I interview. Go live once a month. Interact with the people that follows you. Um, it doesn't have to be about your EP, your album, your single. It have to be with yo, wagwan people no good and everybody all right.
Right.
We just
But
come
to be
live,
honest,
bless up everybody and you're gone, and that's it. That's it.
once in a while I go live, and I need to start do it more
Please
frequently now.
do. Please
I
do.
interact with the fans. 'Cause the fan base are growing up.
Please
You
do.
know.
It's all about your fans because again, you don't have to have a 2,000 fans or 3,000 fans to prove that you're an artist. You just want to have 10 people that believes in you and believes in your
Yeah.
career, but they want to see that you're putting on effort by coming in and checking in on them because it's not only about you because they're the one that's making you into the artist that you are. Checking on your people.
Cool.
Checking on your people. That's all you gotta do.
That's
I mean,
true.
I said go live 3, 4, 5 times a week. Ain't nobody got time for that. But at least checking on your people at least once a month. Go live. Maybe while you're
I'm gonna take
cooking.
your piece of advice.
While
As
you're
from
while you're in
tomorrow.
the kitchen cooking, just turn on your live and them could have see you cut 2 potato and 2 pieces of onion and then you come off. Them want to say, yo, they gonna watch us in live because guess what? They know you're a chef. Apart from you being an artist, you are a chef. You cook. That's where most of your income coming to pay the bills. Because again, we could go down on the third lockdown and you ain't got no money when it comes to the industry. But guess what? People are going to always want to buy food because people have to eat. We're not going to listen to music to survive every day, but we got
Food I
to
eat every day, which
so
is
here
right.
what you do. Go live where you're cutting up 2 onion and 2 potato and 2 pieces of tomato. I don't care. Go live. Let your people see what you're doing.
I'm gonna I gonna
And that's
it
it.
come
It
to my
don't have to
start all
be.
the while.
It don't have to be that you have to be outlandish and putting up the. We, your fans, we are flipping simple. We're some simple ass people. We just want to know that you're all right and you're doing well. That's all we care about as your supporters and your followers. You understand? You don't have to
Yeah,
be
which is
doing 1,000 concerts and making $1 million per week. It's great if you're doing that. More power to you, but we want to see that the artist is genuine. We like people that's genuine. We don't like the hype and the boastiness and the.
I
Trust
stand
me
on
when
the
I
on
tell
the
you,
hyper.
most fans do not like that shit when the artists do boasting and hype and one like them better than people. We want to see you down to earth in your kitchen, in your case, because you're a chef, cooking up a storm for your restaurant to feed the mass.
Yeah, which is right.
That's all we care about. We don't care about you being on stage and having 20,000 Grammy. We're going to support you because we like you as an artist. But that's not the main thing because Guess what? 3/4 of us we're not entertainers. We're simple people. Like me love to cook. And when me cook, me will take 1 and 2 picture and show over this and show over this. And people like, oh, that food look good. And if you start seeing them, I'll say you sound like a cockroach in one plastic bag. So we're not gonna do that. But anyway, let's just start out. We have come to the end of the interview. We have done all the questions that we needed to ask to you, and you
Yeah,
executed every single one of them. And I just want to say again, thank you for being on the Net Jump program after me going on vacation for a good 2 months and coming back. You're my first person that I'm doing an interview with. I
yeah, give
enjoyed the
thanks.
interview. It's a pleasure to have you over on the Net Jump team. We will most definitely promote whatever you have going on, whether it's a single EP album, drop it to me. You have my both my numbers. I'm not sure if you have the other one, but they're in both phone. You can always send me in and whatever you want to have promoted, just drop it to me in my WhatsApp and I will promote the hell out of it. We're going into the winter, as you know. Most people gonna be indoors. Most people gonna be like at home, not want to go out and do anything. So those are the times you go live. Because your people are going to indoors. One live a foreign. One place too cold, we're not going to know it. Unless we got a
True.
car, we ain't going nowhere.
Just work to yard, you know.
There you go. There you go. So those
Yeah.
are the time you entertain your people. Entertain them when the winter kicks in. Go live once a week. Even if it's once a month, I don't care. Like, yo, I have an EP album coming out. Check it out. This is my platform. Again, what I want you to do is I want you to introduce the people and on what platform they can find your music, whether it's YouTube, Vivo, IG, Facebook, whatever,
Yeah.
you're on Spotify. Just let them know on what platform they can reach you on, and of course, follow the artist, get the artist support. And support doesn't mean you have to buy a single or buy an album. It simply means just follow them on the platform that they're on.
So true.
Subscribe to their platform,
Yeah.
build their fan base. Sometimes that's even more elevating than you buying a single. Because like the other day, a friend of mine, a real VI, is an artist in Jamaica. He put out an album like 2 weeks ago. It was his birthday, and I went on the platform to buy a CD on Amazon. And I just couldn't buy the album. It doesn't matter what I try. They keep on telling me, do this, do that. And every time I click on that, I click on that. I just couldn't get through. And I tell them, listen, I would love to buy the album. I don't have a problem spending €7 on buying your album, but it's not giving me a choice because I'm all the way in here in Europe. So if I don't buy your album, it's not because I don't want to. It's just because I got to go through a whole bunch of go around the corner yesterday for my album.
Too much process. I go through too much process.
I'm too simple for certain things. You hear me? Me just want click, 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 pay, I'm done. Me not have to go over this, to go this, to come back. If that's going to cost me too much, I'm done. I'm done. It's just
Yeah.
true. That's
I
me.
think different platform come with a different type of
I
selling
have to
and
go
their
to
thing.
Amazon, and when I type in the name of the album, it was giving me a whole bunch of different titles
That's
that I
how
wasn't getting
Amazon,
through.
you know.
Then I said to him, you need to get the link that you use as an artist and use that link and send it to your people, because when you tell them to click on this and click on that, we ain't getting your album, my God. And it took me too much to get to the album. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm simple. I ain't got no time to be running and rushing and trying to go through 20 different corners just to get an album. I'm sorry, I'll support you in every other way, but I'm not going to go through it. And then I have to put in a credit card and I can't use my debit card. No. When you have to do that, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. I just want to use my debit card. I'm done. I'm not putting in my credit card
Get
details
it
into
over.
anything, and definitely not Amazon. You know, nobody comes to scam me.
Well, my song them available on all digital platform like Amazon, the iTunes, Apple,
Spotify, stuff like that. I have a Spotify
the
account.
DJ.
It's easier for me to jump on it, but Amazon, nah, man. But anyway, it's not about that. I just want to say thank you for coming over on this platform. It's a pleasure to have you over here. You could go ahead, bless up, big up anybody you want. Tell the people what you're doing, whatever you have going on, and yeah, the platform is yours.
Yeah, man. Big up all of the fans of my life on the IG, whether yard or abroad. See? Yeah, man, it's a blessing and it's an honor for on the Neds Jam 21 platform at this present moment. The Empress Brenda, see? And I want to say big up yourself, Empress. You're doing a great job. See? You're doing a lovely work endorsing and sending the young artists to the world. See? Yeah, man. And Stan and it is a rising artist. You know, I've an album out there released 2019 called I Rise, I Grow. You can check it out. It's on all digital platform. See? And I have an next EP called Things Better. You know, I have 6 tracks on it. So you can check out that on our digital platform also. The Amazon, the iTunes, the Spotify, you name it, it's available on all digital platform. And my latest project is my new album called Rasta Keep Teaching. That's also on our digital platform, consists of 18 tracks. So I beg the fans and the family them some support, you know. Go and buy it or stream it or share it or do something constructive to us.
Exactly,
Please.
exactly.
Yeah, man. And you can check me out on Facebook, Stananichi, Stanna Nittchie. And the Instagram now, me turn it Nichie Stana, Nittchie See? Yeah, man, you can Google Stana Nichie, you know. When you Google me, you find me everywhere. You find me on Facebook, Twitter. Just Google Stana Nichie. Check out my Viva channel, stananichiemusic.com. See, you know, and I have some more videos at the time, you know, I edit up and push up on the Viva channels. So, I have some new videos I come out for this year, you know.
Visual,
So the fans them can look out for them some couple videos. Cause I go Jamaica where they go shoot some videos, you know. Just shoot some videos for my album, the new album, called Rasta Keep Teaching. And also have some physical copy too. This is a physical copy. You see it, fans? Yeah. So thanks for the support to all of the fans and we are getting the strength and the courage to press along set speed, you know. And I will always do good music and positive music to educate and elevate and to teach the people them. Good substance, you know. Yeah. See?
Like you said, substance is where the key's at. Keep them
warm,
keep them filled, keep them want to know what you're up to, of course. So again, I just want to say thank you very much for coming on my platform to be one of my first artists after coming back after 2 months. Catch us.
Yeah, one acapella with you. Acapella with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to say about like that.
You're a mother, ain't it? This song reaching out to all of the mothers.
I got two kids. I got a 14-year, I got an 18-year-old, and I got a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
This song, and this song called My Mama, that's an inspiration from the life journey that I grew up in. I just sing it off of the inspiration and the tribulation and journey from my mother's. You see it?
So mothers all over the world. Yep.
Yeah, and this song is one of my hot song and my big song where the fans them know mostly. So it go like this. Respect and manners going out to all of the mothers worldwide, you know, overall, you know. Brenda, give mama a call. My mama, don't you worry yourself anymore. No, cause no longer Papa Tina gonna knock down our door. No, cause a person our bank book full of money for sure. Hey, on the blessings of flew, me say more and more for sure. She said you, and you don't have a clue. The struggles we've been through. Hungry days we face them too. Enough time, no food, no on the menu. Enough clothes me wear never brand new. The village have grow we up to. Circumstances take us through. Now the career I pursue, my mama. Don't you worry yourself anymore. No, cause no longer Papa Tina gonna down our door. No, cause a person our bank book full of money for sure. Hey, and the blessings of flew, me say more and more for sure. Empress Brenda the best man. Keep strong. She taught her the right not to mingle in a no run no. Hey, be a leader, don't fall back on no one. Don't start keep lingers in the brain. 9 months of labor, 9 months of pain. She been through the sun and she been through the rain. My mama, don't you worry yourself anymore. No, cause no longer Papa Tina gonna knock down our door. No, cause a person our bank book full of money for sure. Hey, on the blessings of flew, me say more and more and more and more. Wait upon USA or European. We say no mama money, you we send it home in a portion. Any location, any destination, with a JN Swift Cash or MoneyGram, or even Western Union, till I no more sufferation. My mama. Yeah, man, that one they available on our digital platform.
All the mothers in the world, bless up yourself.
Yeah,
What
man.
you have good mother or bad mother, you carry that child to the world. Okay, you could have
Which is
dash them with.
respect to all of the women them out there, you know.
Definitely,
Manners and
definitely.
them, you know. Yeah. And tell the man them stop beat them and stop brutalize them and stop hurt the little children them. See? And tell your young
The
artists
life
them
in a
say,
society with
some
that's a
positive.
whole different platform.
Yeah.
We gonna keep it your musical career because we can't save the world and we can't save everybody.
True,
But the
that's true, you
one
know.
that we can give support to within
Right.
our reach, bless up yourself. Always be a good person to not only to yourself but your families, your loved ones, your kids, because at the end of the day, they're the one that's gonna look after you when you're old and gray and can't move. Bless up yourself. I just want to say again,
Yeah, man.
thank you very much to being on the NetJam platform. Do whatever you do best. Be safe. Be honest with it yourself, and that's about it. Bless up
I
yourself.
understand on it, man. Nothing add on and nothing take off. It's real to the
See
core,
you.
you know.
See you. Stand up, bless
All
up
right.
yourself. We will keep in touch. I'm gonna send you a copy of this interview, and you can put it up
Yeah.
on your own platform as you choose, please. And one and
Yeah,
again,
man.
people follow the artist on all his major platform that he's on. Of course, follow me not only on Facebook
Pick up my
or in
place.
IG, but also on YouTube. And the name
Yeah.
never changed. It's not Jam 2021. Bless up yourself, and I hope you have a good night. And I'll see you guys next week with about, I think I have like 2 interviews. Good night. Good night, guys.
Empress, Brenda,
Bless
bless you.
up
See you, my
yourself.
sister.
Good night. Good
Yeah,
night.
man.
Good